Yes, Ramadan is finally here, and I'm excited. I'm actually fasting right now, so yes, it's been going pretty good. This is our fourth day. Yes, this is day four already, and usually I try to lose track of time, right? So it can goes back pretty quick. But I actually traveled to Mexico. I was out there for a whole week. I was actually supposed to be there till the third. And Ramadan starts on the second, right? So when I noticed Ramadan started on the second, I was like, oh man, I don't think I wanna be in Cancun for Ramadan, right? It's gonna be pretty tough. Yeah, so I had to come back on the first to get ready for Ramadan, and boom, here we are. Mexico was fun. It's pretty dope. Had a lot of great time out there, but we're not talking about Mexico today. We will be talking about fasting, right? The importance of fasting. It don't have to be religious fasting, like just fasting in general. But let's start off with Ramadan, right? Since that's the month we're in right now, and I figured some people or a lot of people may not know what Ramadan is. So Ramadan is a month in the Arabic calendar. It's pretty much was the month when the Quran was given to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I think it's the first day of the Arabic calendar as well. It's the first month of the Arabic calendar. Not too sure on that, but I would check that out and let you guys know. So yes, that's what Ramadan is. So Ramadan is the time of the year that Muslims train themselves to be both mentally, physically, and spiritually strong in order for them to avoid negative acts like stealing, lying, backbiting, any other negative stuff, and focus more on being a good person, right? Ramadan gives us the opportunity for self-reflection, grow spirituality, and also grow social morals, right? The ultimate goal for Ramadan actually is for us to get closer to God, to have constant awareness of God, right? And with that awareness, we gain self-discipline, self-restraint, and also gain more social awareness, right? Tend to be a better people as well because one, whatever move you make, you know that that's the time God is watching you the most. So we tend to become very mindful about the things that we do because even the sins that you come into in Ramadan multiplies, and the good that you do as well also multiplies. So it's usually that time of the month. Ramadan is also the time that we give ourselves the opportunity to wipe off all our sins, right? I mean, God gives us the opportunity to wipe off all those sins if we keep the fast the way it's supposed to be done, and also do what you need to do, like be a good person and abstain from sins, and also yes, abstain from food and water from sunrise to sunset. So that's a brief summary about Ramadan. And if you guys know anything more that I didn't mention, leave that in the comments below so other people can learn from you as well. Or let us know as well what kind of fasting you do, religious fasting, and give us a brief details about it. Like I mentioned, Ramadan gives us the opportunity for us to become more self-disciplined and self-resilient, right? And the reason why I say that is because when it comes to food, right, you don't eat in Ramadan when you want to eat or eat whatever you feel like eating. I mean, you can eat whatever you feel like eating, but you have to do it at a specific time period time, which is sunset to sunrise. That's the time you can eat. Then after that, you cannot eat for the whole day. So that's one. You have to be very disciplined, right, for you to do that, and also abstaining from sins, backbiting, cursing, or gossiping, stuff like that. So I actually read an article a while ago, right? And it says there are three things that move a human being to make a decision. And don't quote me on this because I might be slightly wrong. But the three things actually that I remember from that article is one is food and water that moves people to make a decision. Like if you're starving for food or water, right, you can pretty much do anything to get those food. Two is sex, which is relationship or like having somebody that you deeply connected with. They will have you do anything. The last one is social, acknowledgement or social approval, right? I mean, all of us want to be approved like socially in our own different ways, right? Whether it's by our standards, that's why like some of us like want to look good, or whether it's just by our knowledge, or it could be anything, right? But we all need that social attention, and yes, you've seen that's a big deal right now, actually. But yes, those are the three things that I read, and I'll try to find that article if I can find it. I'll link it. What Ramadan actually does is try to train you to control the stuff, right? Let's say if you can go from sunrise to sunset without food, right? Um, Food is not going to be a big part of your decision making for the most part. Like not, at least not easily. As somebody that don't know about fasting, like you wouldn't just kill somebody just because you've for food, just because you've gone hungry for 2 hours, right? You may not just eat, so you may have health issue, but I know that's like a like the extreme. But yes, the more you can restrain from the temptation of the lack of those stuff, the better, stronger person you become. So that's essentially what I'm trying to say. Another thing Ramadan also does is makes you become aware of other people that don't have the things you have, right? Like put yourself in their situation. For example, there's actually people in the world that go days, hours without food, right? Not by choice, but that's just their life, right? They just don't have the means of eating the way they want to eat like we do. So we don't Ramadan to put ourselves in their situation, to know that yes, we are privileged, and also to be thankful to the Almighty for providing for us, right? And also try to give back to the people that don't have what we have, because we are in a situation that we are having a little bit example of what they have to go through. Some people their lifetime, some people for a very very long time. So putting ourselves in that situation so we can be more appreciative, and also so we can understand what they're going through and help them back, right? So that's why zakah, which is like giving back to the needy or the people that need help, right, is very very important in Ramadan as well. That's actually one of the things that you have to do, one of the acts, one of the sunnahs that you have to do in Ramadan. So yeah, that's a brief summary about Ramadan. But now let's get into the reasons why you should fast as well, if you are able to. Because fasting actually do have like lots of benefits, whether it's spiritually or physical benefits. And some of the benefits I've already mentioned, which is self-discipline, self-resilience, and improving our spiritual self. Another benefit of fasting actually is actually aids weight loss. So a lot of people do it for like weight loss, which is very very effective as well, depending on how you do it. Because I've seen a lot of people gain weight in Ramadan, right? Because they'll be fasting all day, but when it's time to break, oh man, they go loose. So yes, depending on how you do it, but it's very effective way to lose weight. And one effective fasting that you can do actually is intermediate fasting. I hope I'm saying that right. But yes, I've been doing that for a very long time. Even outside of Ramadan, I usually practice that, which is fasting for a period of time, right? Most people usually do it like at night when they're sleeping, so you don't require food at all. So the way I do it is at 7 to 8 p.m. I stop eating, and I don't eat until the next day at noon, which is roughly about 16 hours, right? So if you give yourself that much, actually you're only gonna be fasting for mostly half of that 16 hours. Let's say you sleep for 8 hours a day, most of it gonna be there when you sleep, and the other 8 will be when you're fasting. So skip breakfast. I mean, if you need a breakfast, definitely you can walk around with that schedule, right? You can try a different time frame for fasting. So yes, that's one. And I've seen people don't like the no soda fasting or no snacks fasting. So there's a bunch of different kinds of fasting, right? You just gotta look up which one works best for you and go for it. There are many other health benefits of fasting, but I can't speak much on those because I'm not a doctor. But I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check those out. So yeah, this is about fasting and Ramadan. I hope you found value in this. I hope you learned a lot from this as well. And if there are any other benefits I didn't point out or anything else relating to fasting I didn't call out, please leave that in the comments below so other people can learn from you as well. So thanks so much for sticking to the end of this. I hope you guys have a good one. And if you practice in Ramadan as well, happy Ramadan to you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Example, like we're supposed to be a good human being, right? Consciously as well. Whether by just acknowledging things that you're doing wrong and try to stay away from them. Ah, come on, man.